the chart here, you can see this setup here. This looks like what would be a sell setup, right? It looks like a sell setup, but in my books, I would regard this as a low probability trade. But when you look at this side of the market, something similar happened. But look at the sell-off that came from this region. So while you would look at the major difference between this and this, even though they are both identical, you can see they form this M style at the top and drop. This one is forming an M style. And of course, we don't know how far this is going to drop. It could just keep melting down. But what qualifies this as a low probability trade is the fact that from this point, we have an untapped high. We have a high. The market did not run through this high here. You see this line up here? That's a liquidity point. The market did not run through that. Now, if the market had run through that and then formed all of this, I would stand in and say, yes, this is a high probability setup. And of course, now remember that we have global tensions, Iran, Iraq, wars happening everywhere. Some of it is rumor and you're hearing ceasefire, all of these things. There's a fundamental side of it. But then when you look at this side here, you can see that there were two scenarios. We had the market running to take this one out. You had the run here. The market took the price here. And then you had another run here. And then this M formed. And the moment we dropped below, it's just started melting like knife through butter. So you must understand that even though the scenarios might look alike, the events that are happening, the lead up to price into certain areas and into certain areas of value, that one gives you a certain idea of what a high probability is and what a high probability might not be. And then you're seeing a very strong impulse. You're seeing a very strong impulse all the way from here. Aggressive move, aggressive move. And then you look on the higher time frame. There's a serious chance that this could simply be a pullback into this region to fulfill the objective of this high. Now, if this high had been taken, of course, I wouldn't be thinking about this. I would be thinking about the sell. But as long as it's not taken, I'm looking at this from the angle of what if. Look at that. This is a narrow move, didn't touch the high, very near miss, and there's a good chance that we could pull back into all of these regions, fill up this fair value gap, and continue the move. And of course, we have very good fundamental reasons why this could happen. Of course, I did make a video about the Strait of Hormuz in Iran. That might not happen. They might not close out because, I mean, Iran will be equally be shooting itself on the foot. But you can see that Trump has permitted China. I mean, it's not that they're permitting China, but they said initially that anybody that bought Iranian oil, that they were going to sanction the person. But China has insisted that they are buying Iranian oil and US is not going to sanction them. But so a lot could go on within the markets, right? So this is how it is. You can see all of this in these regions. There's a good chance that we're going to pull back on higher time frame.